Now, that was the first part of the purpose, loved ones, of Christian marriage. The second part of the purpose of Christian marriage is found, if you like to look at it, in Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18. Genesis 2 and verse 18. It's easy, it's page 2 for those of you who don't know. My wife should have no trouble with that one. I'd appreciate any offers of lunch for today. Genesis 2 and 18. Then the Lord God said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him." Now, a helper fit for him. And then for him to do what? Well, Genesis 1 and 28 explains the commission that God has given to each man. Genesis 1:28. And God blessed them, and God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth." Each one of us here, men and women, are exactly right to bring some part of God's world into His order and under His will. That's why we were put here. We weren't put here to milk the earth for our own benefits. We weren't here to make as much money as bankers or as carpenters as we possibly could. We were put here to bring the world into the order of God's will. That's what that Great Commission means. Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it. Don't fill it with smog. Don't fill it with coal dust. Subdue it in the sense of bringing it into my order. Use the lakes and the wind and the solar energy to reproduce my plan for the kingdom of heaven here on earth. Now, that's why we're here. Now, loved ones, the woman that God has allowed you to meet and fall in love with is exactly right to be a helper to you in that task. That's what it means. The second purpose of marriage is that the one would help the other to fulfill the purpose that God has for that person here on this earth. That's what it means to be a helper fit, a helper exactly right. Now, you husbands and wives who are married, would you accept that? That the loved one that you have by your side is exactly right. You can argue as you want. You can say, no, brother, you made a mistake in my case. But loved ones, God knows what He is doing, and He knows what He has allowed to happen. And that loved one of yours is exactly right to help you fulfill the purpose that God has for you in this world.